If you thought Jabba the Hutt was ugly, just wait for tonight. Hey everyone, welcome back to another Maul-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And we are back with Maul, Season 1, Chapter 5, Inquisition, and Chapter 6, Night of the Hunted. Yep. So this is week 3 of 5? Yeah, 5, just 10 episodes. 5 weeks. So we're over halfway done with the season 1 already. So
I know. You know, Miles was really mad.
Why?
I was like, Miles, we need to watch the new 2 episodes of Maul. Like last night, he's like, oh yeah, I think they're on like 6, 7 episodes. And I was like, oh my.
He meant it like that or no?
Yes, he literally said 6, 7 episodes. And he's like, shh, don't tell mommy, she doesn't let me do that. And I was like, okay. And then we turn on, it was episode 5 and 6. He's like, no, it was supposed to be 6, 7, not 5, 6. And I was like, oh my God.
That's actually kind of funny that he thought of that right off the top of his head like that.
Oh,
Do you think he was planning that, or do you think he thought of it like right off the top of his head?
I think, well, a little bit of both, probably.
He probably planned it and forgot. Oh crap! I gotta do my joke.
I mentioned it. Yeah,
that's actually kind of really funny.
You guys, he's 4 years old and he's just doing this. Like, yeah, he's a handful for sure.
Yep. But we got some announcements to go over. So tickets are on sale for Mando and Grogu. So last week, right? Yeah, it's probably next week they're gonna start, and then like 2 days later. So I bought 2 tickets for Drew and I.
Let's go
for that opening night Thursday night, and they're doing it super early, like
at 8 o'clock.
No, like 3 o'clock showing, 4 o'clock showing, 5 o'clock showing.
When are we going?
8 o'clock.
Well, why so late?
I gotta work.
Oh yeah.
Not everyone like you can have 3 days off in the middle of the week like you do.
6, 7. Yeah.
But
I hope they have my bucket. I'm gonna be so mad.
Someone in the Discord posted like all the different like
there's so
theater
many
chains, like what they're doing for their promotional bucket. So
and Marcus actually has the walker with Mando going down, and that's the one I wanted.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh,
the big one.
Interesting.
It looks so cool. I'm gonna get that.
Yep. So I bought tickets. So we're going, and then I'll probably watch it at least one other time that weekend because we got to record a review the following week. So
yeah, I'll probably see it the next day. Well, maybe not actually. Maybe I'll see it Tuesday with Miles. Like the following week.
I don't know. It's Memorial Weekend, so I don't know what I got going. So I'll for sure see it on Monday of Memorial Day because I probably don't have anything going on. But I'll try to see it Saturday or Sunday if I can. If not, I'll do it on Monday. So I'll see it twice. So there'll be Drew, I, and Grace will be there. We're trying to get Andrew to join us. We got to start yelling at him about that.
Yeah.
But also, fun announcement. They have announced when tickets are going on sale for Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah.
That's on May 6th at noon. And I'm so happy that I am not working on my Wednesdays because I will be refreshing that queue every 2 seconds. And I'll be probably buying both our tickets.
I was going to say I should just let you do that and I'll just send you the money.
No, because you're just going to pay for the hotel or something.
Okay.
Because surprisingly, I can't believe how cheap it is.
It's not that bad, actually.
The 4-day pass is $260.
Yeah.
And so like it's going to be hard to get.
Hey, hold up. 4 days hotel, that's going to be expensive. That's going to be more than $250.
I'm saying you'd have to pay for both of us. So 4, 5, 20.
We'll figure it out. But yes, we're going to go. So
I'm just afraid that those tickets are going to go fast. But even if we have to get individual days, that's also only like $370 if you buy individual tickets.
Gotcha.
And so
Yeah, if you can grab both, that'd be sick. And then I think Tanner was saying that he might come, and then Louis might come. So if we can potentially
If
like,
I met Louis, right?
yeah, you have.
Okay.
But that like if even if we just like get like lifts together or whatever, like something to like save
Right.
on cost. Because I think because it's in Anaheim, right?
Los Angeles.
Oh, it's in Los Angeles. I thought it was in Anaheim. Okay. Well, we might want to go to Disney.
I don't know. We gotta figure that out. I don't know.
Either way, if you guys are going to Star Wars Celebration, we're going.
Yep.
So
Yeah. So do
and we don't have press passes, sadly. But
no. And do you see how much the VIP
Steph
things
was
are?
like, "Are you sure you don't want to do VIP?" She
That'd
was
be
like
even harder to get, dude.
willing for us to do that, for me to do that. I was like, I don't.
$1,200? No, thank you.
But you're guaranteed every single panel, which is
Correct.
kind of cool.
As long as you're not late. If you show up late, then you aren't
True.
guaranteed. You could go to the back of the line. But but it's $1,200 for the VIP thing. So, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
That's not worth it.
No.
But so we'll be there. So that's the first week in April. So it's like April 1st through the 4th or whatever, 5th. So we got to figure out all the details on that. But if you're going, we'll do a fan meet and greet of some sort.
Or meet up somewhere. We gotta figure that
inside or outside, or maybe we can all go to Galaxy's Edge together. That'd be kind of fun to meet up there or something. I don't know. We're a year away, but we'll figure it out. But I don't know.
We're excited. I'm excited. I saw that. I was like, oh. And Steph's like, oh, yeah, for sure you're going. So
that's all the information you need.
That's all I needed to know.
Did you record her say this? Like she can't change her mind? Like,
but she was telling me, she's like, well, don't buy Pokemon cards this weekend because you might need to buy tickets. So, and now that you're going to buy the ticket, I can.
Well, you still got to save the money that you would spend. So don't buy Pokemon tickets. You're not allowed to buy any Pokemon tickets for the next year. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, so it should be fun. But
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
That's all the announcements I think that are going on. So we might as well jump into tonight's episode because we got a million voicemails. So we gotta fly through this.
How much is a million?
You want me to start counting? 1.
Shut up.
2, 3.
To a million? We're gonna be here for
that'll take a million seconds. So, but yes. So, Drew, these 2 episodes this week. What are your overall thoughts of this 2-episode arc?
We didn't do that last week.
We did forget, but whatever.
I enjoyed it. I really liked the second episode. I think the first one was kind of just like, okay, let's get there. Like the episode 5 was kind of a little. It kind of took a little bit to get there, but I feel like episode 6 was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. Overall, I'm loving this series. I think it's really good. I think like the characters are really good, and yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Fun, yeah. I think obviously episode 5 is a little slower episode, but that's to be as a setup, and I still think it was really good though because I really felt the emotions of the planet getting invaded by the Empire. Like, I don't know. Like that first time, like the ship opens up and the troopers are coming out. Like I kind of like, whoa, dang, this is like the most intense like trooper arrival we've seen. I don't know. It felt like so.
Besides the troopers in Andor, but yeah.
Oh, right. But like I was just feeling the emotions of it, and just like seeing Marok. Like, I don't know. Way cooler in animation than he was in Ahsoka.
That was really cool.
And I'm hoping that
really cool.
I'm hoping that we get more information about who he is, what he is, what's going on with him in this series. Like, I feel like they're not going to give us any information.
Yeah, I feel like they're not.
There's one theory that I kind of got. We'll get to it about who he might be, but I don't know.
I recently watched a recap episode of Maul leading, like someone broke down like the history of Maul leading into that. And I didn't realize that his other part of his lightsaber, because he has two lightsabers, the dark saber and his, but it's only half of it because it got cut in half, and then he builds the other half for season 7 of Clone Wars. But that is apparently supposed to be Asajj, one of her lightsabers.
Or Savage, his brother, or Asajj?
Asajj Ventress.
Why would it be hers?
I don't know. Apparently, that's like what it says in the comics, that it's hers. Like it's one of her lightsabers.
I have.
But we never saw like, did he like fight her, and that's how she lost her lightsabers?
Now I'm drawing a blank on how it all played out with her. Like,
Because
there's like the stuff on Dathomir, like when the Night Sisters get wiped out by Grievous, and
mhm.
but let's see. Caleb says she was buried on Dathomir, but maybe call. Well, she died.
Oh yeah, she died. But was that before?
Oh yeah, so she would have. What happened to her sabers from Dark Disciple?
Yeah,
I don't know. Well, it's probably not. It's all probably made up anyway. We don't know. It's
that's true.
Canon, so
it might not
just because it's on the internet, Drew, doesn't mean it's true. So
okay, well, you know what? I thought it was interesting, and it looks like it. So
cool. But she has a curved hilt, though.
But he modded it to put on to his hilt. Because if you see the Clone Wars one, it's like two separate ones now. So if he cut off the end of it, the curved part, and just stuck it in.
I don't think.
I don't know. Chat, look it up.
I don't think that's how lightsabers work.
Your
you cut it off and then.
You
just sprayed all over the place.
I know, that was the biggest regret.
All over your soundboard.
No,
gotta get a new one. Mic. There goes our trip to Los Angeles next year. You gotta buy a new soundboard.
If you guys still want this button,
yeah, fund our trip by joining our Patreon.
Our Patreon is actually to fund our Star Celebration.
But then second episode was pretty intense. Also, I really enjoyed it. So, but I feel like almost everything from the trailers has been shown, except for like the very end of that first one where he like throws his saber and kills all those troopers. But I don't know.
The only thing we haven't seen yet, which didn't he do that though? On the train, he threw his saber and killed a bunch of troopers. Was that not?
No, there's no troopers
on the train.
Yeah, there's no troopers.
Yeah, there was.
No, there wasn't.
I swear.
I bet you tickets to Star Wars stuff. There was no stormtroopers on the train fight. There's troopers that exited the train, and then they started chasing Devin and Master Daki. What are you thinking of?
I don't know. I swear, I remember him throwing his saber, but was it just to
he threw his saber at Marok.
Okay.
During the fight, but no troopers, because the trooper one isn't on a train; it's on like a platform.
Well, and we still haven't seen the other. Brother.
Yeah.
But Marok is the first Inquisitor.
We don't know how that works.
We don't? I thought it was. I think what happens is he dies, and then Maul takes his body, and brings the Dathomir, and then they bring him back to life.
Well, that was a theory that we had, but
yeah,
I don't know. I have another theory, and we'll get to it, but like I don't know. We'll talk about it later. But there's something. Oh, so I made a major error last week.
Ooh.
And I was corrected in the Discord yesterday. I think it was last night. So nice. I said that so I was like, oh, Master Daki, the voice actor sounds like that guy from the Allstate commercials. I was like, but that guy's dead. I was wrong. It is the guy from the Allstate.
Oh, he is?
He's still alive. I thought he died.
Well, he's not dead, and yeah, you were right. Actually, technically, you're right.
So I was like,
he sounds like him because it wasn't.
I couldn't believe that. I was kind of mad at myself. I thought he died. Like, so I don't know who I'm thinking of that had a similar voice or look, like, because he's a big, huge guy. Like, I thought I don't know how I could get him mixed up with someone else, but that makes me like the character even more. That is voiced by that guy, the Allstate guy.
Yeah.
So
I'm just glad he's not dead.
yeah, because hopefully we get more. Hopefully Master Daki doesn't die this season. We can get more of him in future shows or something. I don't know. I like him. But anyway, Chapter 5, Inquisition. We got like a multiple storylines going on, so we're kind of gonna do that one by one, I guess. And we can kind of just we'll do like the Devin Mashidaki stuff first. So basically, like most of the episodes, it's them trying to like hide,
Yeah.
and they're just like, oh, they're gonna lock down the city. Oh, the city's locked down. We gotta hide. Oh, we gotta try and get to the forest outside the city, but we don't know how to get out. Like, just kind of repetitive a little bit. Um, and then crap hits the fan because they're at the train station because they're trying to get out of town, out of the city. And when the train arrives, all these stormtroopers just get off and start checking people. And then they couldn't get out. So because like one trooper is like, "Where's your identification?" Master Daki tries to do a Jedi mind trick and it works, but then another trooper's watching the whole thing in the background and is like, "Why didn't you check your ID?" And stop them. And so then crap hits the fan. They start fighting the the stormtroopers without their sabers. They're trying to conceal their identity the best they can. Um, it was just cool hand to hand combat. My favorite move was when Master Daki took his staff and like put it under the helmet of the guy and like pulled him down, flipped him down.
Yeah, that was cool.
That
He just
was
pulled him.
that was kind of cool. See, what do we got here? We got comments. Let's see. Redbuff says Google AI says he looted her yellow lightsaber and bled the crystal. She gets a new saber on the black
Black
market.
market.
Caleb says looked it up. It's supposed to be the yellow saber from the concept art of what was supposed to be her lightsaber from the canceled seasons of Clone Wars that Dark Disciple was originally derived from. So not canon, just a nod to the canceled season of the Clone Wars. That's kind of cool.
So yes.
It's not canon, but it's a nod to canceled episodes. But it's whatever. It doesn't matter. So yeah. So they're running away from the troopers. They're getting chased down. They jump up on top of some platform or lights or whatever, and they hide. And then they're still sneaking around, and we need a safe place to go. We need someone that we can trust. And Devin's like, we don't know anybody. Like, we just need to know one. And, well, we find out that it's Captain Lawson's. It's Lawson. So, that's that. So that was just simple thing going on there. I think there's this one little conversation that they had where like Devin was super discouraged and was like, we're wasting our abilities. Like, we're hiding like this. And he's like, I hear your words, but your words are Maul's voice or something like that. And he's like, you can't trust him. And she's like, I know, I'm just confused. But she's like, he's making good points. Like, you know, she's like, we have a common enemy. And Master Deco is like, we have a common enemy, but we'll never be allies. So you're going to see her slowly trying to see the good in
Maul.
Because she's like, we need to like get together to like in numbers to survive. Like on our own, we're not going to be able to survive. And you know, she's right. One of the reasons why Order 66 works so well is because of the Outer Siege Rim battles. Like the Jedi are so spread far apart that they couldn't team up to fight against clones. So it's like Jedi work the best together, not as individuals. And here's an example of where they were like, we can't do this by ourselves. We got to team up with other Force users like Maul. And it's like a moral dilemma. Like, what do you do? But I don't know. We'll have to let's see how it plays out for the rest of the season. Yeah, so the episode, so that's kind of going on during this whole episode, but the episode starts out with Star Destroyer arriving, just like how it ended last season, just kind of that, and then all these lat ships get released, and this kind of cover the whole city, go over the whole city, and troopers land and start exiting and stuff. And that was like, man, this is like scary. Like this was like, I felt it. Um, immediately when they land, there's like no transports off planet. Like this planet is on lockdown, and we then get introduced to Lieutenant Blake. This guy is an ugly guy, dude. If you like, I don't know what is up with his. It's like his. It's almost like his bottom of his half of his face has like 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah,
But it's
it's
his
like a
skin.
scar,
It's
a
like
skin burn
it's
thing.
like all like gray. So it's like some guys with like when they shave are clean shaven, like their skin is just so thin or something. I don't know how it is. Like it looks like it's always like 5 o'clock shadow. It looks like that, but then like his top half of his face is like full of like leprosy or something. I don't know. I don't know. It's like
He looks like a Nazi.
definitely like meant to look like someone you're not supposed to like. Like you're supposed to fear
Yeah.
him. You're scared of him. He's weird
Well,
looking.
Miles is like, "Who's the bad guy?" I was like, "It's this dude." He's like, "No, that's not the real bad guy." And then the Inquisitor shows up. He's like, "That's the real bad guy." And I was like, "Okay, you're right. You're right. Like, that's fair."
Yep. And so then the Empire arrives at the police station, and Chief is it Cleese? Cleese? I forget how they say it. Cleese or something like that. She's there talking with Lawson, and they're just like, "What are we doing? Like, look what Two Boots did. This is all his fault." And Lawson is like, "Well, he's just following his protocol. It's not his fault."
Yeah, he actually defended him.
Yeah. So then Lieutenant Blake comes in, and he's like, "Who's in charge here?" And talks to the chief, and she's like, "Well, we don't know anything." And he's like, "Well, that's not true. Like, you have this information on this wanted criminal guy or whatever. Like, we don't believe that you are being open and honest with us. So, time for interrogation." So she gets taken away, and then um, then Lieutenant Blake is just like, "Well, Lawson, you're next. Like, don't go anywhere." So he's like, "All right, everyone's gonna get interrogated." Um, and then the next time we go back to the station, it's like kind of like a POV from Lawson's perspective, and he's looking around and he's like breathing heavy. It's almost like he's having like a panic attack or something, like where he's just kind of freaking out. But then Two Boots comes with a cup of coffee or calf and slams it down. And, "Hey, look at this. Hey, everything's good. Like, Lawson, I forgive you for shutting my power down last night. Like, don't worry about it." And then he's just super excited that like the Empire's here. And so it's kind of like him and Lawson start kind of arguing a little bit. And Lawson's like, "You just don't get it, Two Boots. Like, they're not going to leave. Like, we're stuck like this." And so, um, I used to really like Two Boots, and now
Yeah,
I kind of,
he got really annoying.
and it's weird though, because it's like, this is like the first time that like a good droid
Is
doesn't
hated.
get it,
Yeah,
which is a weird
that's
concept.
that's fair actually. Oh, you said that.
Because it's like,
Yeah.
obviously you got like C3PO. Like he's kind of by the book, but he goes along with everything. He'll follow R2D2. He'll just go with the
He'll
flow.
listen to his master, right? Like,
Right. But then like all the other like, droids that our heroes ever have, like in any of the shows and movies, it's like they all understand that they're on the right side, and they act like a person, like they're free thinking. But Two Boots, he's kind of held by his programming,
Mhm.
and it's just kind of a weird perspective from a good droid that we've never had before.
Yeah, where he's like too much by the book, and doesn't really have a lot of freedom, even though he should know because of like how his partners, his wife left her to join the Empire. So like you should know that he doesn't like the Empire, because we find out in this episode that he's known the kid since the kid was born. So Two Boots has been his partner since, I don't know how old that kid is, like 13, something like that,
Probably
16.
15, somewhere like there, high school
Yeah.
age.
So like we know that he's been around for that long at least. So you would think that he would understand his like master or whatever. Like, so yeah, it's very interesting. Like, cause like in the beginning, like you said, like I really liked Two Boost. I liked his like voice. I thought he was a really cool character. And then in this episode, you like all of a sudden you're like, oh, I don't like him. Like he's not. So,
Yeah,
and then he doesn't even follow his own protocols. He's not supposed to have boots on. Those aren't issued.
that's the joke. I think he's like, you want me to change my boots? That's it. I'm done. I'm done with the
That's
Empire. Like,
that's where it crossed the line.
yeah, because that's his individualism. So it's like we're like
Yep.
droids produce a personality the longer they go without being, rebooted, like mind wiped or however they, whatever, I forget what they call it.
Yeah, mine right.
But like, so I think that's a sign that there's an individuality about him, and so I think there's at least some hope. But
Well, I think he's gonna come around for sure because I think he's gonna see, because he's gonna lose. He lost two boss. Both his bosses are gone now. You know what I mean?
right,
So
so we'll see. We got 4 more episodes, so we'll see. Um, but then, so then right after this, uh, the interrogation room opens and the trooper comes out with like the data pad with the chief's face on it, and then troopers come to like talk to Lawson. All right, you're next. And Lawson's like, well, what happened to the chief? Like, where is she? And Lieutenant Blake is like, well, she's been um, moved permanently or something like that. So I think it's implying that she's been killed already, but if not, she's been arrested and is in some sort of like
I
military
think she.
jail or something like that for treason against the Empire.
Yeah, I'm willing to put money down that that girl's gone.
Right.
She's gone.
And so then he is then taken into interrogation. And so when he gets put down in there, it's dark room, and then there's just a hollow of Maul on the table. And so then he sits down, and while he's waiting, he puts his hand on the table and he feels something. He looks down, and there's all these scratches on the table. Like, we don't know where that's from. And then slowly from behind, someone walks up to him and puts his hands on his shoulder and tell me where Maul is, and it's Marak. And that was super scary, dude. Like all
Yeah,
those 2 scenes that we see him in the interrogation is like it looked live action.
yeah, it was
And
so
you can do
good.
that pretty easily when it's like really dark. Like it's hard to
Yeah,
not do it pretty realistic. But it was very intimidating, very scary. Um, and so then he's just basically saying like, um, Mark isn't buying his phone. He was like, how do you like almost everyone on your team dies, but you survive? Like that doesn't make any sense. Like he's like something's going on that you're not telling me. And Lawson's like, well, I told you everything, basically, blah 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 blah. And so that's that. Um, and while this is happening, like Riley shows up to the police station, talk to his dad. Two Boots is just like, hey, your dad's in interrogation. We don't know what's going on. They're just trying to figure all this stuff. But I'm sure he'll be out and no problem. And so then Blake, who is this civilian that you let in here in this restricted area? Oh, this is just Lawson's kid. He's just on his way. He's going to leave. And so surprisingly, Blake let the kid go. So maybe he has a little bit of a heart. I don't know. Probably not. Which is something that I was wondering. I was thinking about, like, we've had this idea. Star Wars fans talk about a lot that, like, most people in the Empire, are good. They're just people trying to get jobs, help support your family, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, you would think that early on in the Empire, like, everyone was good almost. You would think, but, like, this is a year into the Empire or so, and this guy's already terrible. So it's just like, when he signed up, was he already?
He was probably already terrible.
Or did, like,
whatever happened to his face made him terrible.
Maybe you'd probably be a bad person too. But, like, I wonder if, like, we know that Palpatine recruited people to be Inquisitors before the fall of the Republic. Like, the Grand Inquisitor was already a thing.
Mm-hmm.
The Inquisitor that recruited Barriss, like in Tales of the Empire, like, they were already established people that Palpatine had in line. And so I wonder if he had the same thing with, like, any other people, like probably Tarkin. Like, we know that right away Tarkin was on the bridge of one of the ships with Vader at the end of Episode 3. Like,
yep.
And so I wonder how many people Palpatine had lined up to take these higher up leadership positions. And if that's true, then they're already.
I'm assuming that there's probably a group of people that were already, like, not aware what Palpatine was gonna do, but, like, on his radar of, like,
right,
potentially, like, commanders in the Clone Wars, but, like, were kind of shady, or like he probably had a list of people where he was like, okay, I know this person is corrupt enough where I can bring him over, and
right. So. We just need a Palpatine show where we can see all the stuff that he did behind the scenes.
Do you think they talk about more of, like, that in the Tarkin book, or is it just picks up?
I don't know. I don't know anything about.
We haven't read that one, but, like, I'm curious because it would be kind of cool if you got, like, where Tarkin came from and how he became Tarkin, not just like.
Part of me wants to think it's more like during
once he's already Tarkin,
when he's already working for the Empire.
4. Yeah,
but that book is, like, out of print or something, even though it's a canon book. Like, you have to, like.
Oh, really?
I think it's something like, I don't know. Maybe it's just like
old.
Maybe it's just a hardcover you can't.
Probably
get
just
anymore.
a hardcover you can't pick up.
I don't
want
to get those soft covers, dude. Those are the worst, and they're like twice as thick. I hate them. Hardcover. I'm a hardcover purist. Like,
well, you're gonna buy the book, you might as well keep it. So
right.
It's gonna be on your shelf for a long time.
Yeah. So Riley gets sent home. He ends up calling his mother, who was working for the Empire, that we learned was last week or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, like, what's so usual? Like, what's going on? Why are you so, like, she implied that, like, he, like, left her a voicemail, and I was like,
yeah,
bad. And she kind of returned the call in, like, a panic almost. And she's like, what's going on? Oh, Dad's been arrested. Like, he's been in interrogation. Like, things are going down. He's caught up in something. I don't know what's going on. And she's like, they're there to help. They're to help to keep everybody safe. Just follow their orders and, like, everything will be fine. So my question for you is, do you think that she's on Team Empire? Do you think she actually believes in Empire, or do you think she doesn't already at this point doesn't like the Empire?
I think she's already on Team Empire, and I think that's why. I think she is so deep into the Empire, which is why she left her husband for them. Like, I don't think it's because, like, even in that conversation, her kid is stressed out that his dad is missing. Instead of, like, she's like, oh, just listen to the Empire, they'll figure it out. I have to go to work. Like, there was no, like, as a parent, there was like no like, don't worry about it, you'll be fine. I gotta go to work though.
So
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
had the opposite reaction. I thought she was nervous the whole time talking to him, as she was scared on
I think she was
behalf.
probably scared because she probably had to work.
No, I think it was because if the Empire is going to arrest someone like
Mm,
that, it's never good. And
yeah.
I think so. Not too long after that, I think it was pretty quick after that. Like it goes back to the police station, and he's released, and was thanked for his service for the Empire. I think she pulled some strings and got him released.
Interesting.
I think she knows how bad the Empire is, and now she's stuck in there, and she's living in fear. And now that her
Interesting.
family's in like in cahoots, that
Yeah.
she had to pull some strings. Now there was nothing. She didn't have like a
She
insignia
wasn't
thing.
higher up
Like so,
than
I don't think
anything.
she's military or something, but I know she had like a badge or something on her hip. But I don't know we don't know what she's doing in the Empire. But somehow, I think she made some phone calls, made some hollow calls, passed on some extra credits to get him released. Because there's no way that based on what he was saying that they believed him.
Well,
Marok didn't believe a word that he was saying.
I think they believe them in the sense like Marek was like use him as for bait. Like
I don't know.
the way I
Possibly.
interpreted it was like, all right, because Marek was there so quick once those like Jedi's got to his house. You know what I mean? Like, how did he know that?
Well, that's I have my theories on that, so we'll go on that eventually. But like, I don't know. My thing is, I think
You think she pulls?
she pulled
She's actually
strings,
good.
and I don't know.
I hope you're right. I feel like she's not.
Um,
I was really hoping she was going to be on that ship.
she comes back to her home planet, and is that
Like
she's
I was hoping that
it
she
was
was going to be like
her instead
the
of Lieutenant
guy.
Blake. That
Yes,
would be that would
that
be
would
kind
have
of
been
cool.
so dope, dude.
That would be kind of cool. Yeah. Um,
I thought that would have been a cool twist. Like, oh shoot, like she's in charge and she's like evil, but then it's like also her kid, so she has to like choose. And because of that, Maul is able to escape. Like that would have been cool.
possibly. Maybe that would be our poll. We don't do a lot of too many polls on anymore on Spotify, but maybe I'll do the poll for is she
Is she all in or
is she scared of the Empire or or it'll be did she pull strings to get her ex husband released? So
Mm.
um but yeah, but also I don't know if you noticed this, but her character model, I don't know, almost looked like a Pixar animation.
Yeah, it
She
was
looked different.
very
Like she didn't
different.
she looked different than the normal Clone Wars style
Hmm. But it
facial.
could be because it was like via hollow.
I don't know. Part of me was like, okay, maybe the hollow, like it's the Empire, they make their people look has like a filter on it so they look nicer or something. I don't know. So when Lieutenant Blake is on the hollow call, like he doesn't have his leprosy on his face. I don't know. Like I don't know. It
Yeah,
just seems like
she did look
she
a little
looked
different
different. I don't know.
anime style.
Um, but yeah. So then after this, then we see Marok. He goes to do his own investigation. So he goes to the scene of where the shootout went, like at Maul's lair, where they had the shootout with the police. He goes and investigates, um, and so I something that a little subtle thing that they did that I really liked. So obviously, there's gonna be people who watch this show that don't know anything about Inquisitors
Hmm.
and who they are, what they do. They don't know that they're force sensitive. So like when he's going to the front door of the thing and they had like a little
He's
police like blockade things, he just uses the
mhm.
force to move them out of the way.
Yep.
Like it's super small, but there are people who saw that for the first time, like not knowing what an Inquisitor is,
Yeah.
and they were shocked by what happened. Like, oh. this person's was this a Jedi? Like, who's this person? I don't
Yeah.
know. So I
Well,
really like that
Miles,
little
when
detail.
that happened, because it was so little, right?
Yeah,
But when it happened, Miles was like, he uses the Force, and I was like, yeah. So like Miles, that even stood out for Miles because he was just like, because it was like unnecessary for him to do it, but it was intentional for him to do it.
right,
Because even Maul, like when we first saw him, like he didn't use the Force right away.
right,
He waited to use the Force, and Marek just like did it just to walk.
right.
And so Miles was like, he uses the Force, Dad. I was like, yeah, he's a former Jedi maybe. And then he was like, oh, so he's bad, like Anakin. I was like, yeah.
That's cool. I don't know. I think it's cool that Miles is like connecting dots and stuff like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Miles knows so much about Star Wars. It's kind of funny. Like he like educates stuff all the time.
Come
It's
on,
like, no,
mom.
mom.
Come on.
Exactly. He's like, no, mom. That's not who that
That's
is.
not how the Force works. We gotta wait for it. Well, someday he's gonna say that line. And it's gonna be super funny.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so he goes and he starts walking around the place, and he finds the camera droid crumpled on the ground. He's like, okay, this is the camera droid that's been squeezed. So obviously, this is a Force user that did this. This kind of damage would
Mhm.
not happen by getting shot or blown up or crashing or something like a malfunction. So he looks up and sees that there's a second level. Well, then he goes up there and investigates, and that's where Maul was fighting against Devin and Master Daki,
Yeah.
and he sees all the lightsaber damage to all the broken uh, melted
Well,
walls and the.
yeah.
Remember last? I think I mentioned last week how I really liked how when Devin like went used the lightsaber in the ground and it pulled that long streak. I really liked like the animation of like that groove.
Yeah.
Well, they went right back to that same groove.
Yep.
And I don't know if
It
you
was
caught this.
intentional for us to see that.
Yeah, but I don't know if you noticed this, but every time he went to a thing, like there was like the sound and audio from that. So I think he
Yep.
has that force ability of psychometry, or whatever,
You can like
sense the
sense
past of an object or a
yeah.
place. So like we know like Cal Kestis from the video games, he has that ability. We get introduced to Ahsoka, learn that ability when we get to season 1 of her show. Like she
Mhm.
didn't have that in Clone Wars, but she eventually learned that. So that's just a cool thing. Where so he's like sensing these moments and experiencing. And so because there's one where like you can see the crisscross of two sabers against a wall, and he's like,
Mhm.
okay, two sabers were here,
So it's
and
not just Maul. It's like
right,
Maul
and
was
so but
fighting a
Lawson was
Jedi.
like told him what the story of what happened, but he never said anything about there being Jedi's or other Force
Yeah.
users. So like, so that is why I believe he
Oh, that
went
makes sense
to
why he went there.
because he knew Lawson was lying about there being Jedi, and so
Mhm.
he's like, well, if
That
he's
makes
in league with
sense.
the Jedi, then maybe the Jedi are at his apartment.
Because I'm like, how the heck did this dude show up so quick? I was like thinking it was Maul because you just see the red saber go through the door, and I
Right.
was like, oh, is that Maul showed up? But no, it was like I was like, what the heck?
And
This
Maul's too
guy
sophisticated.
caught
He would have knocked.
true
I think based on how his character is now, he would have waited at the door and been more
into the
patient.
exit. Yeah,
Um, but yeah. So, but anyway, we jumped to the end. But or is that's technically next episode? No. When is
the kidnap when the Jedi show up. I don't know what episode that is in.
Oh, that's the next episode. So we're already jumping a gun, but that's fine. Um. So, but anyway, one thing that we didn't really mention yet was Spybot. He's hacking into things, and he's like watching things go down, and he's the one that like finds out that Marok is searching their lair and
Mhm.
all this stuff, and so Rook is super like, hey, we gotta go. And Maul's like, calm down. Things will be fine. Stick to the plan. Don't worry about it.
Also,
Uh,
I watched this one with subtitles because that droid, you can like it actually like
yeah,
tells you what he says.
yeah. He says some funny lines.
Hmm.
um, so and then Vario, he's there and he's like, you got what you want, blah 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 blah. Like, but I'm stuck here, and Maul's like, you can go if you want. Like, I'm done with you. You can go. Take your chances with the Empire. And Vario's like, I'll stay down here for a while.
He doesn't tell Maul that though.
Right.
Maul walks away. He's like, I kind of like it here.
Yep. And then, but there is this interesting scene where Rook goes and talks to two Mandos, and they're
They're
not
like
really. They
they're
had a,
debating.
yeah, they're debating like, this is not what we signed up for. The Empire's here. Like, we didn't do this, and one guy's like, yeah, but if I keep getting paid, I can deal with it. But the other one's like, I don't. I want to be out. So
Mhm.
there's already some conflict on the team, which I think will eventually play out later on in the season of
Yeah,
betrayal or sabotage or something.
or
So we'll see how
people
that
being
goes.
gone.
Yep. But
But you would think he would know. Like you can't really betray Maul at this point because everyone he's that who has betrayed him is either dead or taking over. So it's like, bro, you're kind of stuck. Like you should have
probably,
known what you signed up for.
probably. But yeah. So that's that. Captain Lawson, he gets released. He's free to go. So he goes home. He gets home. Riley's there. Hey, Dad, I'm in here. Yeah, he turns a corner and there are we see Devin and Master Deco, and he's like, "You gotta be kidding me, Dank Ferrick." Like he was not. This is how this.
Yeah.
He had already had a bad day and it just got 1,000 times worse. So that's Inquisition.
Yeah.
All right, so that brings us to chapter 6, Night of the Hunted. And so, again, we see the Star Destroyer again over the city, just to remind us, hey, the city's taking over. Iretzi's yelling at you for your comment.
I saw.
um, so it's whatever. And we go down to, so I guess, okay, so there's, Maul has multiple layers, okay? So Marok went to the one, they're at another layer under, it's underground of the underbelly of the city. And we get to the scene where Maul is by himself in the open air area, and he's just like training his with his lightsaber by himself. Now, what is there a word for this? What he's doing? I feel like there's a word of someone training with a sword by themselves that he's doing. I don't know what the word is.
Shadow boxing,
Well, yeah, but that's not with the sword.
shadow
Shadow
blading.
shadow blades. I don't know. Rich says I think it's called katas. Maybe I don't know. Google it, Irachi. Get back to us. So, but it's super cool just seeing him go through different forms and exercises and like form like this is basically like remember your training.
He's
Here's
warming up.
here's your basic forms. It's just like no different than like I don't know. We see Ahsoka in her show practicing forms and stuff. I think it was that show.
Well, the Tales of the Jedi when Ahsoka was trained with Anakin. Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, but that was a little different. Like, she was getting shot at by troopers. So she says it is katas. So that's not the word I was thinking of, but apparently I was
I'll
wrong.
take it.
I'll take it. But it was just super cool seeing him train first, like with his single blade, and then he turns on the second blade. So it's pretty cool. And then Rook comes and interrupts him. Hey, boss, I got something to show you, and it's a hollow from Spybot that Marok was looking around their other lair, and he's like, has a look on his face like time time to dance. Like
Mm-hmm.
let's get the party going. I'm gonna have to face off against this guy. So um so then it goes back to Captain Lawson's apartment and he's super mad, like, you guys can't be here, you gotta go right now, blah blah blah. And then Daki was like, all right, kids, let's let the adults talk for a moment. I was like kind of surprised that was like an actual scene, like why Devin and Riley couldn't be there for that conversation, but whatever. So I thought it was a little funny moment when like the kids leave and
And
Lawson's
he's like
like,
cleaning his
make sure she
room.
doesn't steal anything, and she's kind of like, I don't know, she wasn't like mad. I think she kind of got the joke, but like the way they animated it
Yeah.
was like she's like, you got me type of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, that was kind of funny.
I thought it was funny that his kid was like cleaning his room because he had a girl in his room.
Kind of like made his
He
bed.
was
Like,
like
yeah, there was a scene where he
making a
pulled his sheet back or whatever, blanket back.
yeah, and he's like organizing stuff to make it look nice.
Yeah.
And they mentioned the name of the game.
Botakin,
Mm-hmm.
not space lacrosse like we thought it.
Yeah.
Botakin. Um, but yeah, so then Master Daki, he like explains his situation to Captain Lawson. He's like, we survived what we think was nothing less than a purge of the Jedi Order. And Lawson was like shocked by that analysis of it. So obviously the Emperor, he has a speech of like, the Jedi were behind the war. They planned a whole thing that they've been trying to take over the galaxy
Mm-hmm.
through this war, blah, 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 like the whole conspiracy. So he probably believed that. And here Master Daki is like, no, like we were purged on purpose. Now he doesn't go into all that detail, but it
Yeah.
was enough for Lawson to be like, feel like he was deceived. Like he already doesn't agree with the Empire. And now that like
Yeah.
he's heard something that they did, oh, that makes sense now. So I like that.
Yeah. Me too.
And so the kids were there just talking. It's like he's like, right, like, yeah, I've been busy here on blah blah blah, and she's like, what was sports? Like, I don't know, it's just kind of like a weird, like, interesting thing that like, yeah, the Jedi wouldn't play sports,
No.
which is, I feel like they need to have something like that, like kind of like how in Harry Potter they have the one game, like you think that the Jedi would have their own like competition thing. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think
That would actually be kind of cool to see.
even
The
if it
thing is,
was
that they're
like,
kind of just broken, though. That's the thing.
huh?
They're broken.
What's broken?
The Jedi,
What are you talking about?
like whatever they would do, it would probably just be them pushing stuff around. You know what I mean?
I don't know, maybe. But it'd be
Unless
like
they
an
just pod
obstacle.
race
It'd be like a obstacle course of some sort. They would
or
compete
like
against each
pod
other.
racing.
I don't know about pod racing. That's beneath them. I don't know.
Yeah, it
But
was.
even like when we read Lost Stars, like the Empire had like competitions. Like there was that racing
Mm-hmm.
scene or whatever
Yeah,
above Coruscant. Like everyone has these games and sports and competitions, but the Jedi don't. Like, come on, Jedi, do
they,
something.
they can't.
But whatever.
Yeah.
But then as they're talking, you hear a lightsaber turn on and crap hits the fan real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Cuts open the door, force pushes it at 100 miles an hour, like it destroys everything in its path, the door. And then Daki and Devin just go in and try to fight this Inquisitor. And Lawson and Riley are like, what the heck's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And they jump out the window and they start climbing. Daki was like, Riley, go, or Devin, go protect them. And so this is Daki and the Inquisitor fighting. Did you think Daki was going to die in this episode?
Yep.
Did you think he was going to die like in this scene, like in the apartment, like on the roof? Or no?
Yeah, on the roof. Yeah.
Yeah. I I wasn't sure what was going to happen because it's like he's a new character, so we have no idea what his fate is going to be. It's like he could die. It would make sense because I think you said before, like in a previous episode, like he has to die for her to become Maul's apprentice. Like she won't
Yes.
become his apprentice unless he dies. So it's probably going to have to happen soon. Maybe if
Yeah.
the other Inquisitor, when he comes, he's going to face off against
He's gonna
Daki.
die to an Inquisitor, and Maul saves her probably multiple times, not just in this episode.
Right.
So for her, she's gonna have to join him.
Yep. Yeah, so as Daki and the Inquisitor are fighting, the apartment catches on fire really fast. It's like, I don't know, I feel like their apartment is made out of like all metal. Like you would think there couldn't be a
Metal.
fire, but they have that
I don't
space
know.
carpet that they showed again in this episode or last episode when you walked into the apartment. That's
Yeah.
probably flammable. But and then it's like the picture of the family together that catches on. That's the last thing that we see that catches on fire, and then
Miles was like,
cuts out.
"Oh, sad." And I was like, "Bro,
They're already a divorced kid. Like it's
I
already
know
a
he
broken
doesn't
family.
understand that."
So yeah, they get to the roof, and then a lat ship comes, and troopers are shooting, and I'm surprised that Lawson shot back or like that quickly.
Well, it's his kid was surprised. He's like, "Dad,
Right.
what are you doing?"
And it's like obviously he knows like, all right, there's no turning back now. Like there's whether I shoot or not, the Empire is after me.
They
So
already know that he is hiding.
right. And so he's like, there's
Jedi.
nothing I can do to like protect myself now. So it's like I have to like kill these guys.
Mm-hmm.
But Devin was looking great on this roof, killing those like
Oh yeah, and when she jumps on the thing, dude.
yeah, I don't know. I just felt like the killing of troopers with a lightsaber is like the most like realistic looking that we've seen because like people's like complaint during of the Kenobi series was like sabers would bounce off the trooper almost in a sense like there
Mm,
were no like kill shots really. It was just kind of like implied death. Like the sabers would just hit the armor and bounce off, and like that's not how a lightsaber is supposed to work. Like, it's supposed to like cut through. Here, I felt like it was actually cutting through these people. Now they
yeah,
didn't like get cut in half like you would want it to happen, but it was very for Disney, Star Wars
anime. It was pretty.
animation, or even just like live action. Even like it's pretty graphic, and so that was pretty cool.
Probably shouldn't let my 4-year-old watch it, but
What
whatever.
do you mean? It's only PG for moderate violence, Drew. Remember?
Yeah,
Trust the FCC or whoever it is that puts those
yeah.
grades out, right?
I didn't grade it. Y'all graded it. So
Yep. And so they're fighting, and then like Daki gets up there, and I should say, sorry, Daki went back in the apartment. He like pulls the light fixture off the wall and like has it ceiling and has like crash on top of Marok, so he's kind of like stuck down there. And then that's how Daki's able to escape. But when Daki gets to the top of the roof, the gunship starts shooting at him. And I really liked how they imply that these cannons, laser cannons, were bigger because like you couldn't just deflect them. Like they were like very
had to
heavy
swing.
swing,
Yeah.
and it would hit him back like when he would
Yep.
deflect it. Because like I don't know if we've ever seen.
I don't think we have.
I think that
Because I noticed that too. I'm like, dude, that was intense. Because he like full swung, and then he still got pushed back by it. It
yeah,
was pretty cool.
I know like in Ahsoka, like when she's like in that spacesuit on top of the ship, and she's like blocking like starfighter things. Like
Mhm.
she's able to do that, but like I don't know if we've ever saw like in Clone Wars or anything, Anakin blocking like a separatist ship fire or anything like that. I don't know, but I don't know. I just really like how they animated that. And so yeah, like you mentioned, Devin, she jumps on top of the ship and like pulls out the trooper and jumps back in. So she takes over the ship. Maraki gets on the roof and starts fighting Daki again, and then Daki sees that Devin is kind of trying to line up a shot, and so then he moves and gets out of the way, and they start shooting at the Inquisitor, and he gets knocked back, and then they're able to fly away. But then it's kind of short-lived. Like they start running away. More lats, they pursuit. Devin, she's doing the best she can, so she like turns a corner and one of the ships crashes, and there's like a thing in front of them that they're gonna crash into. She like goes straight up and then like down and like kills one of the other ships. And Lawson's pretty impressed. Like, all right, you can fly. And then it's just them flying, and Lawson's trying to like talk to his kid, like the Empire is not what it seems. And he's about to like explain why he's come to this conclusion before they even arrived, and then they get shot. Yeah, and then they crash land and they, escape into some building or whatever. And they did a really cool transition here. Like I don't think I've ever seen this in Star Wars, where like the smoke that was from the lat ship that like as they went down to like the door or whatever, like, there's a smoke from the explosion, but then when that smoke dissipates, that's the transition to the next scene at the train station.
Yep.
I don't know if you noticed
that was pretty sweet.
But like, because normally in Star Wars it's just a straight cut, or it's like one of those swipes or something like that, which they've done in the show. But I really appreciated that cool transition. But yeah, we're at the station, and Two Boots is talking to that blonde guy with the long hair, and he's just like, man, this Empire, they're really efficient. They got all this extra personnel in here, more resources. This is great stuff. Like, Captain Lawson, he's gonna be really appreciative of all this stuff going on. And then the alarms go off, and everyone's screen comes, wanted, Captain Lawson, blah 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 blah. Like, oh shoot. Yeah. And then that's when Lieutenant Blake comes over and looks at Two Boots. Those aren't standard protocol. Like, get rid of those boots. And Two Boots looks down at his boots like, all right, punk. Now I get it. I don't know. You get this look on his face like, are you serious, bro? Like, it's just boots. Like, who cares? So, yeah, that might be the turning point, which is funny.
Two Boots.
But
makes sense, though, for his character.
Yep.
I mean, that's his name is based around those shoes.
Which I wish we had a story of like. Do you think we're gonna get the story?
No.
No. Okay.
I think they just put him he just put him on them and start calling them Two Boots.
It's probably something like Riley when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Put him on him, and everyone thought it was funny, and then it just stuck. But I don't know. We'll see. So, going back to the conversation that Daki and Lawson had in the apartment, he's like, okay, come on. You're, part of the police station. Like, you're following criminal syndicates. Like, all these people. Like, you got to have some sort of connections and tunnels or secret passages that you are aware of that you can help us escape. Well, one of the avenues that he goes is he goes back to the casino where he had his contact. So I'm kind of confused. It's either her first name is Rena or her first name is Sol, but I don't know which one's her last name. So it's Rena Sol or Sol Rena or something like that. I don't know.
It's Rena Sol.
Because S-U-L, Sol. So it's like.
Chat, help us out.
So I think her first name is Rena. That sounds more like a first name.
Sounds more like a first name to me, too.
But he goes to the casino, and she's, I think, oh no, what are you caught up in now? Because she's probably already got the.
But she knows the Empire's there, so it's already causing her problems.
But I think by now his face has been broadcast throughout.
Oh, that too.
So she probably like, I just saw this on the Hollow. Yeah. Now you're here. What's going on? Like, you must be super desperate if you're coming here. And she's like talking like, before like he walks in, like she's talking to like this weird alien lady. I don't know what the heck she was. We've never seen this thing.
A bird thingy.
It looks like something I've seen before, but it's like a
Pterodactyl.
like a duck with like a giraffe neck, but with like a fox face or something. I don't know. It's a weird lady. I don't know. You think someone
There's definitely a species out there though.
something. I don't know. Seems I don't know. It's just weird. And so when they're walking to her office, like it goes to that crazy looking lady making a face, like, oh, okay, now she's gonna make a phone call to get the troopers to come. So it's not said, but it's just implied that's what it is. Anytime there's like pans
Yeah.
off to someone and it just looks at them for a second,
Mm-hmm.
you know they're up to no good.
For sure.
Um. So yeah, so then they go to her office, and he's like, we need to get out of the city. Like, you got to help us out. Like, I want to come to you if I didn't have any other options. Like, blah 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 blah." And she's like, "Fine, let me make some phone calls," type of thing. Um. So while she's on the phone, Lawson is talking to Daki. Like, before I was in law enforcement, I used to travel a lot. Doesn't say what that is, but it's kind of implying maybe like a smuggler or something, because smugglers, they travel a lot. And he's like, yeah, she used to be a bounty hunter, and then we kind of got mixed up on something on some planet or whatever, and we
She was
saved
an
each other. Like,
informant. Yeah.
I would have died if it wasn't for her, and she would have died if it wasn't for me. So like, we have this kind of like special bond.
But even the kid was watching the way he like rubbed her shoulder and stuff that he knows about her. He's heard her name before.
Yeah, but never met. So
yeah. I wonder if that was one of the reasons why his parents got divorced.
I don't know. We had that theory that he had a side job. I don't know. But yeah, so while this is happening, the troopers show up at the casino, and it's on the screen, and oh crap, we gotta go. They're here. So in Arena, she's like, all right, I'm gonna go down there and try and talk them down. And she hits a button on the wall, and like a secret elevator opens up. If crap hits the fan, get out of here. And so then she goes down there, and immediately they don't care who she is, even though she's the owner. And she immediately gets grabbed, and then she starts fighting back. And you see this on the screen. And Lawson's all right,
Start shooting them.
get out of here. So they send Riley and Devin first to go down, which I don't know. Like,
why wouldn't
they
just
all
go
could have
down?
gone, and the door would have closed in time.
Yeah.
Unless
They didn't need to stay
unless
back,
the
unless
door opened before they left. But I felt like
no, it didn't.
because like the first when the two left, when Lawson and Deco left, they went in, it closed, and the door opened again. Troopers came in, but I don't know if the first time if like the door was closing as the troopers were opening the door.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So Deco and Lawson, they're fighting troopers as they're coming in. Blah blah blah. Eventually, they get a moment to breathe, and then they escape and go down the elevator too. But Devin and Riley, they're like in like the parking ramp type thing down there. They're trying to sneak around. They're trying to get away. They find like a way out, but the Inquisitor Marok, he comes in and he senses them and like looks in their direction as they're sneaking around. They go down to the train platform, subway thing. And while this is all happening, Spybot happens to be in that area and sees Deco and Lawson running and getting chased by stormtroopers, and he hacks into the camera systems in that little general area, and then he tracks Devin and Riley on surveillance video, and then reports that back to Rook, who reports that to Maul. Which in this episode, Maul is getting his knee replaced by his Zabrak brothers. They fix it up, and I really thought that he's getting it like fixed and like behind a closed door, and she comes in, and Maul is mad that she interrupts it.
Mm.
Like he pushes the box away that his foot's on, and then like the way he like dresses her, I was like with anger,
Yeah. Well,
which
I think he doesn't want her to see any side of weakness from him.
yeah, but she would have known that his knee was bum.
Yeah, I don't know.
Part of me wants to know, it's like this is a Zabrak moment, family moment. Like you shouldn't be interrupting type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. We'll see if there's any more like stuff with the other Zabraks, like what goes down with them. Um, so then I don't think then for the rest of this episode we see Deco and Lawson anymore. They're just being chased by troopers, and that was it. So then this is how the episode ends: is the Inquisitor finds the kids and trains there, and Devin's like, "All right, you need to go, jump on a train, go, get out of here. I can handle the Inquisitor." So he gets on, and she starts fighting him, and then she jumps on the train as it's about to be like the last train, and then the Inquisitor, jumps on the very end and gets on there. So then we have an awesome train scene.
Yeah.
This was a really good.
It was really sick.
Yeah, this is really good choreography and how they just used the environment and how they used the environment to play and how they fought. It was a very good choreographed fight.
Mm-hmm.
And Devin's like trying to keep Riley safe too, and also to not get killed, blah, blah, blah. And then we had this awesome, if you're not paying attention, like if you blink or if you check your phone or eat some popcorn or something, like the scene where it's like the train's going by and you see Maul on a platform after a few, like it's as the train's
Oh,
going
I did
by.
not see that.
You didn't see that? It was like
No.
Captain America and Endgame.
Oh shoot, I did not see
Yeah, you gotta
that.
go back to it. It's like you see him for like the train cars go by and he's on a platform behind the train as it goes by. So that's how he
Dang.
gets on the train, is like he's just
Yeah,
waiting for him. So
that's
Devin and
cool.
the Inquisitor are fighting, and then she gets like they get pushed back all the way to the end of the car, like the last car I think, and she has her back against the thing. It's the Inquisitor's like, "Tell me where Maul is. Where is he?" And then you hear, "I'm right here," and he's up on top of the car, and then he
Yeah.
jumps down and he like hits the Inquisitor, and the Inquisitor goes flying backwards, and it was super awesome, super fight. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and then Devin, she's like, "Let's do this together," and she jumps in there, and they're fighting both against the Inquisitor, and then she like jumps on the other side of him, so that he's like in between them, and he's like, "You're both, all you're gonna get dealt with." Like,
Mm-hmm.
now that we know the Jedi are involved, and the full power of the Empire is gonna come down here, basically. They're fighting. Awesome choreography, playing off each other. Maul almost died when the Inquisitor turned on his second blade.
Yeah, that was
That
cool.
was very close, like
Mm-hmm.
almost deadly. And then, so the Inquisitor has his two sabers on, and he starts doing his spinny blade thing, and Maul's like, I wish he took a jab at it. I wish Star Wars would make fun of itself and be like, what Maul should say, what kind of toy do you have there, or something like that. I thought it'd been really
Yeah.
funny if they, because most people hate the Inquisitor saber, spinny blades,
Mm-hmm.
because then he,
I mean, he kind of did in his own way because then he turned on his two and just kind of
right, but
slowly.
he's like does it the OG way, like he does it with skill,
Yeah.
not with
Yeah.
mechanical spinning. So it's like it would have been funny if like somehow he makes the joke and then like he like cuts it in half, so then the Inquisitor has to have like one in each hand or something to show that like the OG way is better, type of thing. That he's more
Better.
skilled.
Yeah.
They missed a moment. Come on, Dave Filoni. He had a moment to make fun of Star
But
Wars that the
Dave
fans would have appreciated.
made it himself. He's not making fun of himself.
He should. And then they're fighting, and then eventually Devin cuts the train car apart, where the hitch
Mhm.
is, and
Marok keeps going down.
yep, his car stops, and they keep going. So it was one of those things where it's like, normally I feel like in movies like when they do that, it's from the perspective of the people who are still going, and you see like the train stopping. Like that's the one that's in view. Like so, Morak would have gotten smaller, but they did it from Morak's view where they kept going. I felt like
Yeah, it was
they
pretty cool.
switched that, so it was just an interesting choice. Um, so then Devin is there. She turns around, sees Maul with his saber, and she like gets into her position to like point her saber at him, like ready to fight him.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at her and then turns off the saber and walks away. And then she turns off her saber.
Yeah.
Um, and then the episode ends with Marok going to the Star Destroyer and making a hollow call. Someone pops up, and the big
Yep.
question is, who is this person? Because we don't see a hood, we don't see it from the back. We just see like a little bit of a pant
Cape.
leg or a cloak of
Yeah.
something that's like a little like corner. Like we don't see anything. It could be anybody.
Yep.
And so the big question is, who did he call? Because he calls him my lord, and so it's one
Mm-hmm.
of his superiors. So your initial thought, if you've seen a trailer, oh, okay, it's going to be the other Inquisitor. Well, he wouldn't call the other Inquisitor his lord.
No.
So the only options that we really have: the Grand Inquisitor, Darth Vader, or Palpatine.
Yep.
And it's like it could be any one of them. Like you
I
think,
was hoping it was Palpatine. Miles thinks it's Vader. Miles really wants Vader to show up. Like he is so pumped for Vader. It's so funny. He's like, "No, it's Vader." Dad. I'm like, "I think it's Palpatine." He's like, "No, it has to be Vader." And I was like, "Okay,
okay, chill, kid. Like,
yeah."
see, I want to say because the thing is, an argument can be made for any of them. That
Mhm,
like, sure, Vader is the head of the Inquisitorius,
mhm.
but you're like, okay, well, you only go to Vader as a last resort. So like, you'd think that only the Grand Inquisitor would call Vader, not one of the people. Basically, the rest of the Inquisitors are kind of like just like infantry, like
Minions.
they're
Yeah,
just sent out. So it's like, okay, so he has to call the Grand Inquisitor, and then the Grand Inquisitor would send the 11th brother is the name of the one that we know he's in the
yeah,
show. So, but then it's like, but if it's Maul, he's like, okay, Maul is alive. I can confirm that, and he's in league with 2 Jedi. Like this is a bigger
yeah.
thing. So it's like you have to go above the Grand Inquisitor to Vader,
Yep.
but because it's Maul,
It could be
it could
Palpatine.
be Palpatine because Palpatine has a direct connection with Maul.
Yeah,
So I don't even have. I want to say Palpatine, but like it's literally like 1% more than both the other two. Like I don't.
yeah. I think you could go either way with all of them. I'm leaning more towards the Grand Inquisitor only because like that's why the other one shows up. Because I feel like if it
Right.
was Vader, Vader would just show up.
Right.
Like Vader would just be like, "No, I'm coming."
Right.
But because we know that the other Inquisitor shows up, I'm thinking is the Grand Inquisitor. But I don't remember him having a cape though.
I think he does. Chad,
Does
does
he?
the Grand Inquisitor have a cape? I think he does.
He might. I just don't
If he doesn't, then
remember.
it's Vader.
Then for sure it's Vader. Yeah.
Because Vader would have a cape, and then Palpatine has his cloak thing.
Hmm.
Um, but it could go anyway. We'll find out next week.
Yeah. I just thought it was really cool how they did it because Miles was like a 4-year-old kid like pumped is like the best thing ever. So like when Miles is like, "No, dude, that's," he's like, "No, Dad, it is for sure Vader. It's Darth Vader. I know it." And I was like, "But it could be Palpatine." He's like, "Who's that?" And I was like, "Boy."
Yours says
He
he
has
has
a
a cape in
cape and
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. Okay.
Okay.
So it could be the Grand Inquisitor, and like that would make sense why the other Inquisitor shows up. But I think if it's the Grand Inquisitor and the other Inquisitor shows up, which we know because we've seen it in the trailer, the Grand Inquisitor should get in trouble then for them not actually capturing Vader or Maul.
Right.
So I feel like Vader is gonna be like really mad. Like, how did you guys drop the ball on this and not get Maul?
Right.
Like, that's a big issue. So I feel like if it's Vader and Vader sent another Inquisitor, then it's like less like Vader's gonna take the fall a lot easier than the Grand Inquisitor taking the fall.
Right.
So I don't know. Or if
But
Palpatine ordered another Inquisitor to show up, that would be like, okay, well, if they didn't get him, that's kind of on Palpatine then. So it's not as big
right,
of a
we
deal.
gotta know that like Palpatine isn't like completely removed from the Inquisitorius. Like in
No.
we read Rise of the Red Blade, like he goes to the Inquisitorius like facility and is talking to Iskat Akaris. Like
Yeah.
it's like he's involved. So it's like it's not like he's not he pops in once in a while to check, make sure everyone's doing their
For
thing.
sure. And then also like the connection between Vader and Palpatine is so big for like it would also make sense that it could be Palpatine because Palpatine probably is like, oh, that's Maul. You guys got to go check that out if that's real. Because from Palpatine's perspective, Maul can really mess things up,
Right.
and Maul is a really big threat for Palpatine.
Right.
So because
But
if Maul got all of these crime signals like to work together against the Empire, like that's a big issue that he has to deal with on top of future rebels. Like it's a lot of issues for him to deal with that can mess up his plans.
right.
So yeah.
Well, I have my crazy theory. I know it has holes in it, but part of me wants to say that Marok is actually Savage, who has already been resurrected. Because so you think, okay, but Savage is so big and buff and huge, but this guy is super slender. Well, he was only big and buff because of the magic, witch magic that was used to make him big. But when he was killed by Palpatine, and like the magic, goes out of him, it's the green smoke that we see. It's very similar to what happened in Ahsoka. And when his smoke is leaving his body after he gets killed by Palpatine, he shrinks down to his normal slender size, which is similar to Maul. So I think Marok might be Savage's body already resurrected by magic. And
Interesting.
I think that would be a really cool thing. Like they fight again and like his helmet comes off and it's Savage. I think that'd
That
be
would be
really cool.
crazy.
Because then that would make Maul like lose his balance because like his attachment type of thing. I
Hmm.
know it probably doesn't make sense. I'm probably wrong, but that's my tin hat
That'd be
theory.
cool. I think you're wrong, but that would be really cool. I think my theory is kind of more accurate of like Maul kills him but then saves his body so that his mom can
Right.
fix him up. But that would be really cool.
But yeah.
But
So
does his mom even do it or does
well, she's dead at this point. Mother
Morgan
Talzin is
Elsbeth's the one that does it,
so
right?
yeah. So well, we don't know how we
Well,
don't
we
get
don't know,
any
yes.
information. We just know that Morgan Elsbeth has him under
Yes.
her control. So it probably was her, or
Yeah.
if there are
Or
other
her
random witches out there that were
sisters.
still alive,
Yeah.
because they all not everyone was, not all of them were killed. There were still some that survived,
Yeah.
but I don't know. But this, you got to keep in mind that this is like 30 years from Ahsoka.
Yeah.
So who knows how this all plays out. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
So, well, last week we went over, because they released all the episode titles. So we read them last week. So next week, chapter 7 is called Call.
Spoilers.
Huh?
Spoilers.
It's not spoilers. It's just whatever. It's chapter 7, Call to the Oblivion, which is scary. And then chapter 8, The Creeping Fear.
Ooh.
So it's gonna be pretty crazy next week, I think, again.
Yep.
And then it's funny, the final chapter is called Finale. So I'm guessing that's not the actual title, that they don't want the spoilers.
No,
so,
they just don't want to spoil it.
But it's just funny. Finale. So that is chapters 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Anything else, Drew?
No.
All right. That means it's time for everyone's favorite time of every episode, voicemail time.
It's voicemail time.
All right. Well, we got a ton. We got like 10 tonight. So we got to go through all of these because they're all like over a minute too. So we got like another 4 hours tonight.
Geez.
So first 2 are from Sky King. So let's take a listen to number 1.
Empire Radio, Sky King here. I tried sending a voicemail in last week, but as C-3PO would say, curse my metal body, I wasn't fast enough. So now here I am, sending a voicemail this week about the episodes last week. And I have a couple thoughts. Firstly, I saw Sam Witwer post on social media a couple weeks ago that when he's doing his voice acting, sometimes he puts the Maul's face markings on his face to give the animators like a reference when he's talking. And I noticed that kind of at the end of episode 3 when he's standing there looking out after Devin leaves, that he really looked like Sam Witwer-y. And I noticed that a few other times in episode 4, but I really think the animators are trying to incorporate Sam Witwer's face into the animation. I think that's kind of cool. And secondly, the big Zabrak guy with the minigun, part of Maul's crew, I think he needs to meet up with Wrecker because both of them are always shooting things and blowing stuff up and smiling and laughing maniacally about it. And I think the two of them would have a blast together. So yeah,
That's
thanks,
fair.
bye.
All right, thank you, Sky King. Yes, I have seen a little bit of that behind the scenes stuff of Sam Witwer putting Maul's markings on his face so they could have reference. So that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Small detail.
Yeah, and yes, Wrecker would have fun making a Zabrak best friend blowing stuff up. Kind of funny. There's a spin-off show right there, Wrecker and.
That's a comedy show waiting to happen.
Yeah. So thank you, Sky King, for number 1. But let's listen to number 2.
Hey, Empire Radio, Sky King again. Hey, I was just listening to a podcast that has been talking about the Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. And I was just thinking, what do you guys think about those movies? For me, I think the first one's pretty dang good. I think the second one's really good. And the third one I really like, though I understand, like, objectively it's bad, but I love it for the memes and I get a kick out of it. So yeah, what are your thoughts about those movies? Thanks, bye.
All right, thank you. Thank you for the non-Star Wars question.
Yeah.
We haven't had one of those in a while. Drew, what do you think of those original Spider-Man movies?
I don't like them at all.
What?
No.
Really?
Bro, dude, like, I watched them, like, not too long ago because Miles put them on, because Miles will just
Because he's
randomly put on
cool,
Marvel
apparently.
stuff.
Not as cool, like, way cooler than you, but okay.
But, like, the amount of, like, non-Spider-Man stuff that they do in those movies where, like, he's, like, swinging, but it's, like, very poorly looking and, like, all that stuff. It's like, dude, the new ones are so much better. Like, Spider-Man's, like, doing flips while he's landing and stuff, and this was, like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna swing. Like, it doesn't hit the same anymore. Now that the new ones are out, like, it's not near as good.
I remember liking them, like, those first 2, especially the second one. I think universally people like the second one the most with Dr. Ock and
Yeah.
all that stuff. I like that. I like that. Those are
I
like
actually recently watched a video about how that Spider-Man is the strongest out of all the Spider-Mans.
maybe I
And
don't
this
know.
is why. Because when he punches Green Goblin, he like knocks him out almost completely in like 2 punches. But then like the new Spider-Man, he like punched him like 4 times in the face and he was just smiling and laughing. And then there's another scene where he's gonna kill the Joker, you know, in the new movie. Or not the Joker, Green Goblin. He went to go stab him with like his glider, and then the other Spider-Man comes up and like holds it, and like you can see that he's like doing full force, and then the old Spider-Man's holding him, and he's just like smiling or like telling him no with like no effort, but he's like holding back his whole strength. And then on top of that, he has his own webs built in, and like they're like more like bullets shooting out than just like made up webs. So
So
there's
you're
like a
saying
full.
you like the movies because he's stronger and he has his own
No,
webs.
no, no, no. I'm saying he is stronger, and like the new version of him in that movie is really good. But
I don't know. Those are like the first those are like the first superhero movies that we got for our
I
generation.
know,
It's like that and like
yeah,
the original X-Men trilogy. Like those,
that and the Hulk. Those were not
no,
that.
that no one cared about that Hulk movie.
I'm just saying.
The
But yeah,
non-canon one.
yeah.
I never even saw that, so I don't really care. But
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I liked those movies. Obviously, yeah, the third
Andrew
one.
Garfield's still my favorite Spider-Man.
No, no, Tom Holland. He's the best.
I love Andrew Garfield.
No, Andrew Garfield was great, but as Spider-Man and those two movies, they're not as good as Tom Holland. Tom Holland
Yeah,
movies are peak. Those are like the best, some of the best Marvel
that's what I'm
movies,
saying.
but not Andrew Garfield. I'm saying Tom Holland is better than Andrew Garfield. His
Oh yeah.
movies and acting and portrayal and all that stuff. But I don't know.
They're fun, but that's not my Spider-Man.
Not my Spider-Man.
That's not my Spider.
I
Actually, I
think I
prefer
think
Miles
uh,
Morales as my favorite.
I think
But
No Way Home is finally on Disney Plus after like
oh, is it
3
really?
years now. Because it was like,
The new movie is about to come out too soon.
is that this summer it comes out?
It's either this summer or this December. I don't know. Chat, help us out.
No, it's
I
probably not
think it's
December
this summer though. We already got a
Doomsday
trailer.
comes out in December.
Oh yeah, so
It's
yeah,
probably
it's
this
this summer.
summer.
I think it's like June or July.
Maybe I'll go see that in the theater. I'm
Oh, 100%, bro. Yeah, it's in July.
July. Perfect.
100% we're seeing that in theaters. Are you kidding?
We are?
Miles,
We're both going together? Or?
why not?
Oh.
I mean, I'm gonna go see it. I know Miles is gonna want to see it for sure.
You owe me a movie anyway since I'm paying for Amanda.
There you go. I'll pay for this one. Then.
Okay.
How was that?
Deal.
Then we'll be fair.
Yep, and then you got to pay for hotels after I buy tickets. All right, thank you, Sky King, for those voicemails. Next up, we got a voicemail from Stelio, so take a listen.
Ooh.
Empire Radio. Just finished the Maul episodes. Thought I'd leave another voicemail. It's Stelio. I think we might be getting Darth Vader. Not that surprised. I don't think it's that far outside of the realm of possibility. That's who we're getting at the end there. It's pretty implied in Rebels that Maul can't beat Vader one-on-one in his opinion. Or I should say he knows for a fact that he can't beat Vader one-on-one. So maybe we'll find out how he figures that out. Otherwise, I thought it was a pretty solid episode. I think Riley's a good character. He could be annoying, but he's like easily could be, but I found he's actually a pretty cool character.
All right, thank you, Stelio. So it looks like Stelio's been talking to Miles a little bit, getting convinced by Miles that it's Vader. And yes, the whole Maul reference about his making a comment in Rebels of like, I can't defeat him is something that we're all looking forward to. It implies that he fought him once before. And, you know, when the show started, we were like, when is Maul going to face off? Because I thought, like, okay, it's going to be 3 seasons probably. One take place now, one place taking on time solo, and then what happens closer to Rebels. And so it's like, when does he
face Vader?
And so it probably makes more sense now. I'm thinking about it. I think it's probably more this season now, just because I think when we see him during like the solo movie, he's so like protected by the crime syndicates and like so hidden that it would be hard for Vader or the Inquisitorius to find him. So it's probably going to be this show, this season, I'm guessing. So
maybe it's the finale episode.
Maybe. I wonder what it's called. If it's Vader showing up, like
probably just called Vader.
No, it's going to be
the Dark Prince,
the Chosen One, or something. I don't know. But yes, and then what was his? Did he bring something else up?
I don't think so.
Sorry, if we can't remember what you said second half, sorry. But thank you, Stelio. He's been sending them every week, so we look forward to your voicemail next week. Next up, we got one voicemail from our good friend Marina. So let's take a listen.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys, just a couple things. Number one, I had the realization that I think Murdoch, first of all, he's got this really cool medieval knight aesthetic that I never caught on to with the half cape and his armor and his helmet. But I never caught on, what if he's a Zabrak? Like he's from Dathomir. And that's why when he dies in the Ahsoka show, there's that like Night Sister stuff. I don't know. And like Maul gives a weird expression when he sees him on the holocam camera. Like maybe he knows him. I don't know. I think that could be pretty cool. The other one, obviously, is I now ship Devin and Riley. Obviously. Okay, can't wait to listen. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Okay, are we allowed to ship teenagers? Is that allowed?
Why not?
Okay. Let's not.
I don't know.
We know she's gonna become evil. Like, come on.
So
pump the brakes.
Evil people need love too. Okay, like
okay.
Maybe evil people wouldn't be so evil if they found love. Did you ever think about that, Drew? Look, Anakin became evil. Why? Because he lost his love. So
we don't have enough time to deal with this drama of shipping people, okay, you guys? There's too much going on.
Yep. But anyway, Marina, yes, your theory that maybe it's a Zabrak, a Dathomirian Zabrak. Maybe that kind of adds to my theory that maybe it's Savage, that somehow Palpatine kept him alive or whatever, or revitalized him somehow.
I thought you were going to say returns.
Somehow Savage has returned. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we find out, but we don't know. And yes, people are shipping Devin and Riley.
Sure, I guess.
I guess.
See why we need to waste our time. I don't think Riley is going to be much of a character.
I don't know.
Besides, like, he's too worried about shipping his mom back with his dad. Like, he doesn't want to deal with. I mean, he does clean his room, so
yeah,
he was trying.
He's trying. All right. Well, thank you, Marina. And
we just don't have enough time.
Right. And if you are listening, go check out Marina's Instagram and podcast.
Yes,
The Village Jedi. She has a ton of stuff on Instagram. She's always posting some awesome videos, so go check her out.
Yeah, she does like her podcast in costume.
That too, yeah. Well, she did. She did a trio. She took stuff from Padme, Leia, and Rey all in one cosplay mixed together.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yep.
So go check her out.
Go check her out, and she's gonna be on the podcast next month again. So get excited for that. Yeah. All right. Next up, we have 4 voicemails from an old friend that we haven't heard from in a very long time. So let's take a listen to number 1 from Shadrick.
Hey guys, this is Shadrick coming back
from the darkness, I guess you could say. It's been a second since I left some voicemails. Wow, Maul is freaking amazing. And two, I didn't think they were dropping 2 episodes per week. I missed a couple weeks or whatever for the next 2 batches or whatever, and I was like, oh, I'm thinking I got like 2 episodes to watch, and I seen I got 4. I thought I was going crazy, but wow, Maul is really amazing. Actually made me go back to Tales of the Empire because I never watched the last 3 episodes for the Inquisitor story, and wow, that story was amazing. And I thought it was ironic that the Inquisitor was in it that showed up in Maul. He made a small little appearance in Tales of the Empire. That kind of threw me off, but this is some great content. I cannot wait for more episodes to come. So yeah, and I hope you guys are doing good. It's great listening to the pod again.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Shadrick. Good to hear from you. Come on.
Welcome
Why
back.
wouldn't you have watched the
Yeah,
Barris
welcome back.
episodes of that? Come on. You watched the Morgan Elsbeth ones, but not the Barris episodes? What are you doing with your life, Shadrick? Get your life together. But yeah, it's super cool that we get 2 episodes a week. So I wish I had that surprise, like where I logged in to get catch up
You think
on the
like
thing, and then there's a
Disney
bunch of
Plus is broken?
I don't know. What if like Shadrick
You got
like
2 episodes.
they pop up ahead of him for like so he gets to see him early access or something and he doesn't realize it? That'd be kind of funny. Like he calls it next week, but the finale already? I must have missed something. He like spoils it all for us. That'd be kind of funny. All right, well let's listen to number 2 from Shadrick.
And listening to the voicemails, you guys are blowing my mind with this Maul's lightsaber talk to him, because I totally did not catch that. And that's a pretty cool feature. I wonder if they're going to go forward with that in any more projects in Star Wars. And I thought that was interesting because I don't know if y'all noticed or know already, but apparently they incorporated Sam Witwer's like screams and yells in Maul's lightsaber when he's swinging it around. I've really noticed it in the first few episodes, but yeah, they incorporated his voice into his lightsaber when he's swinging it around and stuff, which I thought was pretty cool. And am I the only one that does not like Two Boots? He freaking sucks. He reported them to the Empire, and he's like, "Yeah, I did the right thing, right? That's cool, right?" It's like, no. It's like he's trying to reassure himself or something. I don't know. He's making me mad, and you realize he finally realizes he messed up just because the I don't know, the IDF agent, whatever you want to call him, told him to take his boots off. Maybe you should have saw the rad flags when the head of your police force disappeared and supposedly maybe got murdered.
All right, thank you, Shadrick.
Yeah.
Yes. Two Boots was great, and then nobody likes him now. But hopefully
He'll come around.
I think it'll be fine.
Maybe. Or he sacrifices himself for the child.
Maybe. Could happen. Like if he sees like maybe he like knows all the Imperial protocol and they see like the Imperials like break the protocol or something out of like
he for sure knows what they're supposed to be doing.
So that means then like if they break protocol, then he can intervene.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. So there's still hope, Shadrick. But let's listen to number 3 from Shadrick.
Oh, and also, when I forgot the old man's name, but Devin and her master, when they went to the police captain's apartment, was I the only one that thought it was Maul for a split second when I first seen the red lightsaber bust through the door? I was like, oh crap, Maul's here. But nope, it was the Inquisitor. I don't know, that was just me. I thought it was Maul for some reason. And I love the impact of these lightsabers. Now that scene made me jump. I don't know, like I don't know if it's like the sound audio or something they're boosting, but they're making lightsabers really intimidating in this season. I don't know. They're doing a great job, and I'm loving this Inquisitor.
All
Drew?
right. What do you think?
I thought it was Maul.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think looking back, I think I originally thought it was Maul, but then, like I
Just to
said,
me, that would have made sense because I'm like, how the heck did this guy know? But
yeah.
then
After we look at the investigation by Marok and stuff, you kind of like put two and two together that Captain was lying. So it made sense if you're paying attention. But I think it's implied that you're supposed to think it's Maul, but then
I think so. If it worked on me and him, I'm pretty sure we're not the only ones that thought it was Maul.
right.
So you guys can leave comments below
Yep.
wherever you're watching this or
Yep.
listening, and let us know if you thought it was Maul.
All right. Well, let's listen to number 4, his final voicemail tonight. Let's take a listen.
All right, sorry. This will probably be my last voicemail for this week, at least. Watching the Tales again, like Tales of the whatever series. I'm wondering why we haven't got a Tales of the Sith yet, and I'm hoping if we do, we finally get a Palpatine backstory, like a young Palpatine, maybe up to when he met Plagueis, and we can see the death of Plagueis. We can't even say he's really a mystery anymore. I mean, Acolyte showed him for 2.5 seconds, so screw it. Give us a whole backstory. Give us animation of him, everything, whatever. I think that'd be great. And for the second half of those episodes, I'm not too sure, but maybe like a Darth Vader in his prime, like when he was hunting the Jedi. You know, Vader's fist. See him going through his grief with Padme, but I don't know. But how do you feel about the Plagueis and Palpatine backstory? I think we should get a Tales of the Sith soon. I hope. Also, Drew, congratulations on your new kid. That's great to hear.
Thanks, bro. But I disagree.
You don't want Tales of the Sith?
No. Well, I would tell the Sith, but I do not want a Palpatine story.
Why don't you have Palpatine story?
Because I want that live action, my guy. I want to see Plagueis again live action. I don't want Plagueis.
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me because I just the way that how good these shows look now.
I mean, yeah,
like it's gonna look so good. Like if the next season of Tales is gonna look so good if they did a Sith one. Like I just want Ron Palpatine and how he gets recruited by it. So it's the first one is like him getting trained. So we get both of them. We get him getting found and trained or something by Plagueis, and then like them
if they stick to the book a little bit, I think, yeah.
And then we would see him. The third episode would be him finding and recruiting and training Maul. Like second episode, him killing Plagueis, and then the third one would be finding Maul and training Maul. I think it'd be cool. I want it. Live action would be great, but that's a lot of money to put make a background movie or show on a single character. Like they're not going to do that. So you're going to do it. It's going to be an animated one.
Yeah.
I think that was everything from Shadrick. So thank you, Shadrick. It's good to hear from you.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. You know, the way you do things is you send in like voicemail, like 4 to 10 voicemails a week for like a month, and then you disappear for a year. So hopefully we hear from you soon.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got 2 more for the night. Our last 2 from our good and faithful friend who's in the chat, Uretzi. So let's take a listen to her first voicemail.
Hey, Empire Radio, it's Yaretsi. I absolutely love these last 2 episodes. I love every episode. Every week, they just blow it out of the water, every expectation. I totally thought Master Daki was going to die this week. Kind of glad he didn't, but that means he might die next week. I have very little faith that he's surviving this season, so if he does, I'll be surprised, but I won't be disappointed. It'll be fine. I do love the training scene in episode 6, the beginning scene with Maul. He practices all 7 forms of lightsaber combat. The ones I recognize most were Taru, which is the one Ahsoka uses, or she uses a mix of a Taru and I forgot, but the lightsaber form that Anakin uses, she uses a mix of those two. And then he was also practicing Sorasu, which is the one that Obi-Wan uses. And yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. And then these 2 episodes have made me love Spybot even more. He's way more useful these 2 episodes. I feel like he's been useful in every episode, but like he's over here like tracking down everybody and stuff. Like he's definitely winning over 2 Boots. And hold on, I'll send another voicemail about 2 Boots later. Bye.
All right. Thank you, Yoretzi. Yes, Master Daki. He probably has to die next week.
Yeah.
He's not going to die in like the second to last episode or finale just for Devin to join Maul. Then, like, I think we're going to have 2 episodes that are going to be the last 2 episodes of just Maul and Devin fighting Inquisitors and something like that. Do you think? Oh, what if Vader shows up in that finale and he kills Devin in front of Maul? Like that would be kind of crazy. She's a throwaway character. She can get killed at any moment, like because she's not in any future projects or future timelines. So I want to see because like he's so mature now. Like Maul's like mature and like and wise, and he's patient. Like he's very collective in how he's approaching things now. Like I almost want to see him humanized in that like she gets killed in front of him and he like
with Devin?
Yeah, like Devin dies and then he like has like a sadness because of it. Like when Savage dies, he's sad. But like I want to see him like have like a broken heart like because he recruited her like a child died type of thing. And it's his fault. Like it'd be cool to see that come out in him, but
I think she's going to be what's his name? What's her name?
Huh?
Maul's apprentice.
She's gonna do what?
She's gonna be Maul's apprentice.
Do you think she's gonna be in season 2?
I think she's gonna be in all of it. Yeah,
all of it.
Mm-hmm.
You think she's alive? Okay. I don't know, dude.
Because she's gonna be what's Maul's apprentice name? That's not canon.
That's Darth Talon.
Yeah, I think she's gonna become Darth Talon.
Darth Talon in quotes.
Yeah,
but
because like this story is like loosely, like we don't know how much it's based off of, but like George like this is what he wanted to be. 7, 8, 9 is this story or
Return
similar.
Of Maul trying to fill in the power void vacuum.
Yeah. So if they're going with that, like it would make sense that she would become that, and she's a Zabrak.
I don't know. I feel like if my theory is right that the second season would take place during the time of Solo, like it's implied that what's his name? The guy who's head of Crimson Dawn that dies and Kira are like his number 2. You think that Devin would be in charge of like that kind of stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah. We'll see.
And then I don't know how you can just like identify all these different fighting forms. Like I don't know.
It's so cool.
I don't know anything. People are just button mashing. Like I don't know, dude. That's all I see. Maul is just pushing all the buttons on the controller, like doing combos. Like I don't know how anything is anything, but
it's cool that you can see that though.
Or she just made it all up and we don't know any better.
Either way,
she can make it all up and be like, wow, this is super interesting. Wow. And like, she said, I taught myself how to recognize. How do you teach yourself? Like, are there like people on YouTube that like.
My kids these days, they just have time and they can just do whatever they want.
Yeah, but like, where did you learn it? Like, is it YouTube videos of like.
Probably.
I don't know. Let us know. We're almost done. So let's listen to
Jeremiah
Yetzi's.
might be able to do it with you.
No,
Maybe you can teach Jeremiah
no,
some tricks.
no. All right, number 2 from
You gotta learn your ships first.
Yeah, I gotta learn my ships. I'm terrible with my ships. All right, let's listen to her final voicemail.
Hey, Empire Radio, it's Yanetsi. So I feel like Two Boots is definitely turning into the Empire. How? I feel like he's going to sacrifice himself for Brander and Riley at some point in the next 4 episodes that we're gonna get. And then a little Easter egg that I saw throughout my 4th watch of both episodes because I thought they were amazing. I saw by his leg while it was getting repaired by one of the twins. I don't remember if it was Icarus or Scorn. While it was getting repaired, next to his leg was this container thing or like a table, and on top of it was the pendant for the necklace that Savage uses to find Maul, which I thought was really cute because Maul still kept it. And then another point I had was the fangirl in me right now is shipping Devin and Riley together. Obviously, I feel like nothing's going to happen with them, but, you know, a girl can hope.
But why?
Anyway, that's all I had to say. Bye!
Like,
We had 2 girls
Sure.
that send in voicemails, and they're all, come on, ladies, come on.
like, okay, sure, but like, what for? She's gonna be evil in like 3 episodes. Like,
I don't know, but that's a cool Easter egg that you noticed. I didn't.
yeah, it's cool.
Look around. I gotta go back.
I
and
didn't
look.
watch it 4 times.
Yeah, time. So she did say she reads Star Wars wikis and watch YouTube videos to learn about the forms. So I guess she has all this time on her hands to watch
she
episodes
watched it
4
4
times. Because that's 20
that's
minutes
why
each.
we
So that's
need her
40
in the
minutes.
chat.
That's like 2.5 hours or whatever of.
That's why we need her in the chat
Yep.
to help us out.
All right, but that's every voicemail tonight. So thank you, Sky King, Stelio, Marina, Shadrick, and Uretzi for all those voicemails.
Keep sending them in next week.
Yep. Hopefully not as many next week.
No. Yeah, send as many as you want. Jeremiah needs to delete stuff.
Well, then we gotta get on early next week, like we were the last preview. I was able to get the episodes posted night of.
That's true.
And now I can't do that tonight. So, because Drew wanted to start at our normal time instead of early. Okay. But yeah. So that's everything we got planned tonight. So let's go over some socials and we can get out of here. So in the description below, links / I can't even say it. I'm already ready to go to bed. CO/Empire Radio, links below, 2 eyes, landing page for everything Empire Radio. And so follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Follow us on Twitch for live streams. You can be in the chat with Uretzi and you can fact check us and answer our questions and stuff that we need help with. So we do that on Wednesday nights when we record. So go check that out. Join the Discord if you want a place to talk about the Maul show. We got a channel for that. We also have our Patreon, which we started. So we just want to help cover costs of our subscription for our recording software. So we're only looking for like $50 a month collectively. So if you just want to send over a few bucks, we really appreciate that. And hopefully in the near future, we can have some actual like perks that would be Patreon exclusive to give you some incentive. But we also have the voicemail link. So if you've never sent in a voicemail or you want to give us your thoughts on the Maul show, please send us in a voicemail. We'd love to hear from you as long as it's family friendly. And then there's a fan email if you need to email us about anything. I think that's everything.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm excited for next week to see who was behind the hollow call.
Yeah. Maybe we won't even find out who it is at all. Someone's just going to show up and it's just going to be the 11th brother and we'll never know for sure.
I hope not. We'll see.
But yeah, I'm excited. Just 2 more weeks left. And we should mention, if you're still here, most people like cut off by the time we get to this point. But next month we'll be doing a book review. I have to make sure I get the title correctly. The Living Force by John Jackson Miller. So that will be on May 20th. So that's about a month out. So get that book, get the audio book or whatever. We'll be doing that for our book review. So get hyped for that. I think that's everything. Anything else, Drew?
Nope, that's it.
All right, fun. Well, you've been listening to another Maul-tastic episode of Empire Radio. I'm Jeremiah.
I'm Drew.
And may the Force be with you.
Always.